Ahoy, welcome to 14 FC, and today we'll be discussing the best Premier League 11 so far. There have been some standout players from each and every team, and we're halfway through the season. So today we're going to be looking at the best 11 and subs from the Premier League teams this season. So in goal, we'll have Vicario. Vicario has been a really good signing from Ange Postecoglou and Tottenham. He's been a great addition to the team. He gives them that stability at the back, even though he's not that comfortable on the ball, but he's a shot stopper and he's been really brilliant for them this season. They owe it to them. Some results have gone their way because of him, Yes, and we'll have a back three at the back, being Saliba, the Rolls-Royce defender. He's held it for Arsenal this season. He's been the main man at the back, and he's given them that stability as well. They have the balance between him and Gabriel, or whoever's next to him. He makes it easier for them he's good defensively, and is good on the ball as well in terms of progressing the play from the defensive third into the attacking phase. Another centre back is Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has had a good season, even though Man City have been rotating their back line in terms of between him, John Stones, Guardiola, Ake. They've been rotating, and Akanji as well. They've been rotating between them, but he's the one that's just been the main man at the back for Man City, and has been a really good defender for the Premier League this season. The third defender will be Udogie, even though it's not conventionally his position in the back three, but he's really good defensively. He's really good on the ball. He's rediscovered the left back position. He just wanders across the pitch, plays in the attacking pockets. In some games, he's even beyond James Maddison, and he's just been brilliant this season. So he's been a great addition for Tottenham as well. The signings have been really good this season. And then we'll have the double pivot defensive midfielders, which will be Rodri. I don't even need to explain the Rodri addition. He's been really brilliant for City this season. They've really struggled without him as well, which is quite bad for City, but that's a conversation for another day. His pairing is Declan Rice. He's been a really, really good signing for Arsenal. He's the player that Arsenal knew they needed. They've been after him, and he's been a great addition, to the midfield trio of him and Odegaard and whoever's the third player, whether it be Jorginho or Partey. He's really been that balance between the midfield trio, And then in the attacking position, we've gone with Odegaard. Odegaard has really came up for Arsenal, in some clutch games where he needed to show up. He's shown up this season and has really had a good season. And I could have perhaps went for Maddison, but Maddison had an injury which faulted his season, and Foden, but I went for Odegaard. And then our left winger will be Sonny, Heung-min Son. Son has had a really good season as well. Even though the injuries have disturbed the season for Tottenham, they've dropped down the table, but he's been really the main man as per usual, It's really unfortunate that he's going to the Asian Cup now, and Tottenham are really going to miss him, In the right winger position, I've gone for Salah. Salah has been outstanding for Liverpool, He's been doing it consistently for the last few years, I'm not a Salah fan, I prefer a more I could say gifted winger in terms of, for an example, your Anthony Gordon, your Dejan Kulusevski, those wingers that bring more to the game. But Salah just brings those goals, he brings those assists, and he brings those big game performances, and it's hard to look past that. So Salah has been a really, really good key player for Liverpool, and yes, I've gone for him. And then we're gonna have two forwards this season that have played really good for their teams. They've been the man. They've been those typical number 9s where they just bang in the goals and show up when they need to show up. One of them being Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins has been gradually rising to where he is now. He was signed from Brentford a couple of seasons ago from the Championship. Wasn't a really highly rated signing, but he's really worked out well under Unai Emery. He was doing good also under Gerrard, But ever since Emery came into Aston Villa, he's just transformed his game into another level. He's scoring more goals, creating more chances, and his hold up play is really good as well. And the other striker next to him will be Dominic Solanke. Solanke has been brilliant this season for Bournemouth. They haven't really had the perfect starts. They had to bounce back. I think in the last 5 to 8 games, but he's been really instrumental for them in that uprise of their game. They are going gradually up the table, and his performances are proving very key, alongside Ryan Christie as well. And Max Aarons in that fullback position. They've been gelling really well with Semenya as well in the winger position. They've been gelling in the last 8 games, and yeah, they've owed it to Solanke. I'm gonna have obviously some honorable mentions in quite a few positions, like goalkeeper being Martinez and Ellison. At the back as well, Lewis Dunk has really had a good season. Manu Akanji has a really good start to the season. He's been solid for City. Zinchenko, Matty Cash in the right back position, Levi Kobel, Cole Palmer. There's quite a few players that really need an honorable mention, but that is my PL 11 so far. Sharp.